Hey guys, it's been a long time since I've done a video, and first time I've ever done a Minecraft video. But finally, after all these years, got into it a couple months ago and just started playing, and found this cool place, Milky, and started playing with them. And they're a really interesting server. If you're not familiar with it, it is a Hermitcraft themed server where they get together a bunch of guys and build in various districts. Get this off here. Um, Based around themes. This is our hub here. I joined right at the end of last season, did a couple things, and I really wanted to give you a cool tour of the server last season. And unfortunately, I ended up in the hospital, and by the time I got out, things had ended and the season shut down, and really didn't get to do much. So, wanted to show you guys around and what I've been up to. This is our hub where you're going to come in, and each of the little portals here is themed. We have aquatic here, and Arctic, buried. Hermit is kind of a generalized one. There's the city, Egyptian, medieval, sci-fi, and fantasy. Medieval and fantasy are pretty close, but fantasy's more dragons and wizards and that kind of thing, where medieval's more historically accurate. Industrial's where all of the giant redstone machines and farms are. We got Roman, Oriental, Skylands, which is cool. How the floating islands. Candyland, which is all themed around candy, obviously. The Old West, the Viking. Then we got a gaming district that's coming, and the shopping district, which I still haven't even been to this season. Then a couple portals that aren't open yet for new stuff. One of them last season, I think, was a corporate headquarters one. But when the download comes up for last season, I will show you around and introduce you to some of the stuff we did last season, like the corporate headquarters. The corporation I was in, we made a gigantic airship. But for now, I'll kind of show you where I started this season and what's been going on. Of course, it's nighttime. We're going to get attacked by everything. I don't know why. Yeah, mine cranked up. The render distance on the server today is like terrible. I think they were testing some stuff because we've been having some issues lately. But this is our city so far this year. The server's only been up for a couple weeks, maybe a month now. So it's kind of growing, but nothing spectacular. Like I said, I really want to show you last season's, but we got our signs everywhere because we're giving each other notices. We just had a Christmas event, so they've got a tree over there in the Secret Santa place. Zombie on the roof of the community center. But yeah, so this is what we started with this year. It is really early on, so we have a lot of empty plots like this. People are still on vacation and haven't come back, but you can see we got some nice buildings under construction there. These cool townhouses over here ended up being my new neighbors in the bookstore. Really nice community farm here. And I knew this season I wanted to be a member of the city. I wanted to build a suburb and a very modern looking place. And I wanted to be close by to the city. So first day of the server, I came off this direction and found this village here. And I decided to settle in on this village and make it my home. That way I'd have villagers nearby. And somebody's been taking parts of my buildings. They left the glass, but they took the cobblestone? Interesting. But anyway, this village was here, and I decided to settle down in it. And in fact, my very first place that I made, night one, over on this side. What's left of it still remains. I only stayed here for a night or two. Yep, there it is. Actually dug this out to get myself some cobblestone and stuff. And this was my very first dirt hut, basically. For the first couple nights I was here, we do play in survival. So everything you see was built in survival. But stayed here for a few nights until I got some basic supplies going. And ended up extending one of these roads. Find it. This village was populated at the time. We'll get to that, but somewhere over here, here it is. I extended this road down from the village, and in their style, added my own little house. This down here on the beach, it's kind of neat. And this was my starting house for the first few weeks on the server. Not much to it. I had taken out the floor and put chests in there. Those are gone now, but this is where I lived. And I had a little farm here. I had an extra pen of sheep and pigs in the back. And of course, a little farm of each type over here just to get myself some supplies. And then my little pond over here. I think that eventually connects to the ocean, but this was really just to buy time because I knew the city and the suburb projects were going to take a lot of resources. And I built this mine here, which was open. And down here, it started out as a branch mine, and you can kind of see off that way. It still is. But it turned into a strip mine when I needed mass resources. Figured all of this out. Now it's going to be a storage vault whenever I get around to it. I'm slowly moving these over here from a different project. But this is where I spent most of my time clearing out huge chunks here to get all the resources I needed for my major build. Of course, there's no minecarts here. All the minecarts are probably at the other end. But after I started building in the city, when I got done here, I decided I needed a quick path to get between the city, which is over there somewhere, and my mine, soon-to-be headquarters, storage unit, whatnot. I built this awesome tunnel, and it's ginormous. Didn't realize how big it was till I started building it. We're at bedrock, so you can see the bedrock there. And these lava blocks, I literally placed one at a time because I was dumb and didn't think that if I placed them up there, they would have ran down the edges, and I may fix that at some point. But if I ever add on to this, I'm definitely doing that. Probably going to speed this up just because this is a ridiculously long tunnel, but it'll give you an idea of how long it took me to make this huge thing. Now you kind of get a general idea of how big that is. There's all our minecarts, I bet. There's 4 of them. I think somebody stole one of my minecarts. Pretty sure there used to be 5. Unless I have one in a chest somewhere, who knows. This is my current mine though, just starting out down here. Found some ores I needed up in there, so I hollowed it out. And this was my resource building area for the city project. Eventually I'm going to put water elevators in here, but I was lazy. That path is a lot quicker with minecarts. I was originally going to make it an ice boat path, but the minecarts do the trick. This is going to take us up into our basement, and apparently it's pouring outside now. And originally the city was not up where it is. There was this lower section, like this was ground level where this river is. And to make all the buildings on a level playing field, we built everything up. Now mine's all sealed in and lit up down here, but past these walls are a very scary place I call the Undercity, which has a lot of mobs. But here we got our sheep farm because we needed a ton of wool. I'm still clearing this section out, actually. I got lazy. And then we have a back section out here, which leads to the rest of the river because I kind of built in the middle of the river. It's nice to have that river around though because I used it to farm squid and get ink sacs because you need tons of black dye. And then I made these stairwells and everything out of diorite because once you see how big this building is, you'll realize that I tried to use the least used material because I knew it was going to be massive. Everybody around here was building. I think that was the tallest building on the server here when I started, and that doesn't stand for a city for me. And then these guys built, these are kind of nice. I do love the bookstore, Rose's place there. But I wanted to inspire everybody to build big, so I actually labeled this as my Go Big or Go Home project. Got our little under construction guy here. This, I've managed to finish the entire interior as far as construction goes. I just have lighting. There's literally no furniture or anything. These look really cool at night too. They light up. There's lights in there. See them, but a lot of this was originally supposed to be quartz, but I wasn't about to mine that much quartz, especially after I saw how big a project this was going to be. And then these interiors, like these, are supposed to all be quartz slabs up here, but again, I got lazy and haven't finished. And you have our rooms, but no furniture. I don't even have doors in. And then the remnants of my chest monster, which used to take up this entire floor. All those chests down in the mine came from here. This is where I stored everything. This is all concrete supplies in here, I think, yep. And this is where I stored everything while I built the whole second floor here was just chests. And I've got these floors actually laid out at least up to like 7, I think. I've kind of taken a break from it now because I'm working on some other things. But it's not the same all the way up. When you get up, I think it's the next floor. We get our sky deck. And these are going to be big, open, like a lounge area. And these balconies, you can overlook and see the city. Hopefully some of these empty plots get filled in. We get some more big skyscrapers. There'll be more to see out here too. I know out the back door here, there's a couple plots marked off. Nobody's built yet, but this one right here is supposed to be another big skyscraper, I know. So we'll see. And then these floors just keep going up. Every 5 floors, I think, or so, there's a double floor whenever there's a sky deck like that. But every 5 or so above that, there's the clouds. I haven't raised them up yet. There's another one of those sky decks. They're nice because they give you a place to land with an elytra. Eventually, I'm going to turn one of these staircases into a elevator, if not 2 of them. But right now, there's staircase in each of the 4 corners. So we got another big room. I haven't even done the ceiling lights in here yet. And we continue up. I was just having fun making this. I made it way taller than I probably should have, but it was a blast to just keep going. One more of the sky decks is slightly different. Probably my favorite one. As I was saying, though, they give you a cool place to land if you're flying around in the elytra. Nice. So this one's slightly different. We still have the same platform down here, but up above we have this really cool glass bridge. Again, the view. I don't know why the render distance on the server is so low right now, but you really have a cool view and you can see forever from these when the chunks are all loaded. They were having some lag issue on the server recently, and maybe they lowered the render distance to compensate. Then we have the actual bridge floor. You got the glass floors here. And again, these you can see forever when the chunks are loaded, but now it's just kind of off into nothing. There's one more floor above this. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this one. It's just a big open room right now. And then finally we have our top floor. Of course, it's really pouring now. I love the lights. And there's like an AC unit up there I'm still working on. These ones came out pretty good. I'll show you up here. There's these little roof access spots so you can get up. I think those turned out pretty good. They look really cool from our overhead map that we have. We have little antennas. These need some lights on top still. I gotta get some end rods. Light those up. And then we have, whoa, I almost went over. This rail which runs around the edge, which is supposed to be like where a window washer unit would hang down off of the edge here so they could clean the building. See if I can do this without dying. This is how I got down a lot because I had to come down to the water, mostly to the river over there, to make all the concrete used in this massive place. The only thing it really needs on the outside still are some end rods down along these for light. I'm going to do that on each of the sections. And this pole here is my property line. We're going to put a fence coming from the corner of the building out and around this back to encase the pool and maybe do a deck or something on the pool. I'm not really sure. And eventually decorate the lobby, I think. Here's zombies. Must be underneath. And then we did a little bit of decorating up front. I'm not happy with these trees. I think I'm going to make bigger ones. But I like the planters. And the sidewalk's actually going to come out to the sidewalk. We're going to do something with that to adjust that in. But that's been my main focus for the last month or so. And now that that's done, I'm going to... well, not done, but mostly done. I'm going to start working on other projects. And I've already started to fence off an area back here. We go down these roads. Can't run. I gotta get better food. These are terrible. I've been slacking off on everything just building that tower. So this road here is going to be a four-way intersection. I'm not sure who's building on this lot. This is a new one. Enterprise. Oh, IB Enterprise. Huh. But this section here still needs pavement. I'm actually going to do some test pavement here to try out some new ideas temporarily. See if some of the people in the city like it. But we're going to get down here to the end, and this actually leads back around to where we started this whole video. And this is going to be a suburb housing development. I've got these roped off. I don't know if you can see because the chunks aren't loading, but this goes off way off into the distance that way. And as far as it's loaded this way. And we've got this all claimed and roped off because where this village used to be, somebody's gone through and stolen all the villagers, so it's pretty much dead now and abandoned. And this is going to be the home of the new housing projects. And I still want to know who's been coming through and stealing cobblestone of all things from all my buildings. But these are all getting leveled anyway. It's just an odd thing, considering I have this claim too. But yeah, this entire village is going to get leveled, including my original starter house down here down the road. And this is going to be a huge housing development. And I already got a lot of ideas for it. Just need the time to start working on it. And this literally goes on for a while. It goes off into the distance here, out into the water. It's a huge area, and I might actually expand it too, judging by my plans and what becomes of them, but it's going to take an awful long time to do this. The downside I've found is that my videos of actually playing Minecraft are extremely boring. I do things the slow way, the old-fashioned way. I literally cleared out that entire strip mine with a iron axe here. I only use the diamond one when I find things that I need to use my fortune for, or silk touch. And I stick to iron or even stone. I think I've got a whole inventory full of stone ones somewhere because I just kept breaking them so fast. I would just make more using the cobblestone I was digging up. But I don't use a beacon. I don't use any of that stuff. I'm old-fashioned. I don't even have an elytra yet. I built that huge skyscraper with my without an elytra. Fell off it many times, to my death several times. And this really sucks without the chunks loading. You can't even see the tower from here. Normally you can see it like sticking up. It's cool. Yeah, it's right there. Should be. Anyway, I plan on doing more of these videos and exploring some of the other sectors, districts, and showing you around. And when the downloads come out for the previous seasons, we'll take a look at those so I can show you guys some of the stuff we did last season. I was in the general hermit area last season. But the city will expand. The districts get bigger gradually. Some of them look really cool. Ours is getting there. We're getting some big buildings now. So we have our massive community farm, which is awesome. And it'll keep getting better as the season goes. But yeah, I'd love to show you guys around last season's map and the other districts of this map. definitely want to do more videos, but as I said, my playstyle's kind of boring, so I don't know if I'm going to do like live streams or regular videos. They do have a partner program here at Milky where you can do YouTube videos, but you have to have me to schedule and things, and I'm not really sure I'm into that. But if you're interested in joining the server, the one cool thing this has over Milky is that you have a chance. You can go to the Milky website, which I will put down in the description, and there's an application you can fill out and a couple questions they ask you, and they'll get back to you. If they accept you, they'll whitelist you to the server, give you the information so you can log in, and you can come here and join. And you can wander around and check out all the different districts right off the bat. And eventually you're going to have to pick one. That's going to be your home district. And for the time being, you can only build in your home district. Eventually, when you hit, I think it's 48 hours of playtime now, you get trusted. Sign over here for trusted members only. And once you're trusted, you can go to any district, build in any district, do whatever you want, basically, as long as you're not being a jerk. And you can also build a shop and go to the shopping district where you can buy, sell, and trade with other players, which is cool, as well as a bunch of other things that come with that. But definitely, if it's something you're interested in, check it out. And they also do charity events here. And they've already had one for the winner here. And top donators get their heads immortalized here. Not sure if they had one of those last season. I know they did charity events last season, but I don't know if we had a room for it. But anyway, that's a quick look at Milky. I guess it's not so quick. It's been going on for a while now. But if you guys want to see more of Minecraft or want to see me actually die miserably trying to build things, I can do some videos like that. I contemplated doing a stream. I'm just not sure if it would be something entertaining to watch. Like videos like this, I can cut and edit and make into something more entertaining. You can see my Trueflight skin with my quiver on the back. I gotta do something about the head though. It's basically a generic head, just recolored. So I look just like everyone else on the map and things when they show that. But right now, I like the skin. I just need a new head. But anyway, thank you guys for checking this out, and I may continue to do more, and I will eventually show you at least some progress on the suburbs district as it gets going there. And if you want to see any specific districts, see a tour of them, if you want me to do a live stream or do something, post it in the comments. And as always, thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.